Alrighty, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. Not my fault, low-key y'all's fault. Why y'all, but just people who be like littering and you know, like y'all just be throwing, you know, literally anything out your window. Mother Nature's pissed. Mother Nature's on fire. I just moved to Oregon and now the shit's on fire. My living room smells like barbecue sauce. Normally that's something that would make me excited, but I'm scared. So, but we're not here to drag y'all. We're here to drag strangers. Got another say what for you. So many things to go over. I wanted to do this last week. However, anxiety said, fuck whatever you got going on. I'm here. Let's not waste any more time than we already have. Let's get into these shenanigans. So, Niecy Nash is out here gay. I didn't even know. To Jessica Betts, the new wife, who I believe is also an artist, like a musician, if I'm not mistaken. You are so blessed, because Niecy Nash's curves, they wide turns and they don't stop. Hips on Honeycrisp apples. Okay. A lot of us were caught way the fuck off guard. I did not see this coming. I don't know what I thought. I wasn't really thinking about Niecy Nash and in regards to her sexuality ever. However, when this happened, now I have to, she's an icon. She was an icon before, but now she's an icon in more ways than one. I have a quote here that I'm gonna read because a lot of people were thinking that she was hiding her sexuality, but low-key she was like, no, it was just my business. But this is what she actually said. She said, I was not suppressing my sexuality my whole life. I love who I love. At one point in my life, I married twice and I love those people. And today I love this person. I've done everything I wanted to do on my own terms and my own way. So my choice now in a partner has nothing to do with who I've always been. It's a matter of who I am in this moment. So Niecy is a part of the Strat Pack. I have no choice but to stand. Like I have no choice but to stand. She is like us because she just got divorced, I want to say like a year ago, not like that long ago, and here she is, U-Haul already packed, ring on the finger, and the straps already are tucked away in the strap drawer. So I'm just inspired, honestly. They got married in California and it was a rustic affair planned by William P. Miller, included by a delicious culinary experience created by Chef Will Jones, custom face masks with phrasing, love wins, personal hand sanitizers, and plenty of dancing. Now, I guess I'm about to just stop judging y'all as much as I do when I see y'all just out and stuff, because it seems like COVID, it really isn't gonna go anywhere, and I don't think that y'all should stop living your lives. However, I have a very strong feeling that y'all are not social distancing and y'all are not getting tested before your kickbacks and your hookah parties. And I just know that there's a lot of wet mouth blunt passing going around. Not my wet mouth touching it. So I don't care, but I see you. And if you are out here doing stuff, just please be safe. Okay. Breaking news for the biker shorts community. Kim Kardashian announces Keeping Up with the Kardashians will end after season 20. I have no strong feelings about this because I stopped caring about the Kardashians a long time ago, most likely shortly after they all got the, the Medea hip surgery special. I don't care. I don't care. So when I read this, I wasn't elated or anything, but I also wasn't mad about it either. I guess this is more so for young 20-somethings that are in quarantine right now and are just running through all your Kylie lip kits. It just amazes me that y'all had 20 seasons of a show that had no point. The only thing that show did was teach you how to eat a salad and maybe gave you some plastic surgery inspo. And I'm not even shading people who get plastic surgery. I'm literally saying all y'all got the Kardashian, 8-piece thigh special. So you're getting them somewhere. Over the episodes that I have seen, it's been interesting to see how their faces have changed. It's like that Michael Jackson video. But my thoughts and prayers are going out to the waist trainer community because I know y'all are hurting right now. I can smell it. So Odell Beckham likes to get shitted on. Now, I'm not gonna kink shame, cause at the end of the day, you ain't shitting on me. So I feel like I don't need to have an opinion on this. And I also think that it's just weird that there are stories, there are headlines that are talking very deeply about people's kinks and things that they're into. Like, I think it's weird when a celebrity comes out as liking trans people or being romantically attracted to trans people. It's like, on one hand, I'm like, yes, maybe if more people came out, then it would make less of y'all want to like kill them. But on the other hand, I'm like, trans women are women. So what are you trying to say? You know? But Chief Keef's, okay, sounds like a brand of beef jerky. Chief Keef's baby mama, Slim Danger, sounds like a brand of beef jerky, appeared on the No Jumper podcast, Thoughts Next Door, and told Selena Powell and her homegirl Eliza that Odell likes to be pooped on. She said that Odell flew her out and then also requested that she make a video of her taking a shit to send to him. Listen, I'm not gonna judge you. I judge people for other things. And so if you want that a part of your life, do you, sis? My only concern though is if you don't always know what kind of shit you about to take when you take it. You know what I mean? Like, there are times where I'm like I'm like, all right, it's that time. And then I'll go get a game of Sudoku and a book and maybe like a bullet journal just to pass the time while I'm in there. And then I get in there and then I'm done in about 7 seconds. And so you don't always know what kind of shit experience you're going to have. Sometimes it comes with pulp, sometimes it's without pulp. And so my question is that when to the person doing the pooping, to the squatter, ooh, do you squat? What is the positioning like? Do you do it on the floor, on the bed? Oh my God. It's just like you can't map that out really. And so it's the logistics. It's the logistics that I would like the information on the defecation. However, I just feel like this is a case of when you're just fine as hell, rich as fuck, and Drake isn't picking up his phone and you just want to have a different kind of sexual experience. I think that vagina gets old. There is a point where vagina does get old. There is a point where booty gets old. Like, he was probably like, turn around. And then she turned around. And then he was like, it's the remix, Doja. And then he turned around. And then he said, squat. But like here though. I don't know. I'm not judging. I will judge you for different reasons. But the smell, how do you ignore it? SZA's back. SZA's back. Came out with a visual, hit different, featuring Ty Dolla $ign. I was immediately hard when I watched it. Erect, yes. Gave you choreography, gave you sex. SZA, low-key, sex icon, sex symbol. Doing it better than all the other girls. Don't know how. No, I do know how. She doesn't have to try. It's effortless. It's effortless. Real sex appeal comes from when you don't even try. If you're overtly pushing your titties up to the camera, pushing your dick print up on the counter of the bathroom and stuff, it's like, we get what you're trying to do, we understand what you're trying to do, and that may work for some people, but low-key it just comes off as like desperate, you know? But like, there's something about when someone is so effortlessly sexy when they do nothing, or when they do something with very little effort and it still shits on everybody. It's SZA. She's a prototype. She's a prototype. Body, out this world. Choreography, out this world. The song makes me want to do this. And even though this was a sexy song, I know that there's more insecure R&B coming out of SZA soon, I hope. I know I'm just ready for low self-esteem R&B SZA. Insecure girl R&B music hits in the shower. Probably because it's the only time in the day you go like this. And when you go like this and you sing in SZA, it hits. The only time that you would ever do this in a regular day is if you took the ripest, healthiest hit of heroin, which I don't do yet. I'm just joking. I would never. SZA's music feels like the third glass of wine when you are like slightly in your feelings, but you also want to kiss. And then when I'm thinking about control, like there's just songs on there that are so human and raw, and it just makes you makes you want to learn. Like, I just want to do wholesome shit with SZA. Like, teach me how to swim. Let's go down to the fucking pier and eat pixie sticks and talk about third grade. Like, let's go to Costco. Like, I just want to have a wholesome, normal day and kiss a little bit with SZA. Like, that's all I want to do. That's the vibe that she gives me. And I'm happy to hear that she is on her way back, because I don't want to get too excited, because Frank Ocean likes to pull this shit where he will release something and then he will leave for 4 years and then have an HIV party. Like, y'all remember that? She is that girl. Like, she's it. SZA is everyone's type. And if she's not your type, you're clinically depressed and you can't see the beauty in anything right now. Is more to this than what you say, 'cause in your sleep you called her name. You said she's Monica wasn't giving you she's. That's not even a note that's supposed to be there, but it sounds good. Okay, so some stuff that happened last week that I did not get a chance to talk about that I'm gonna talk about this week. Let's talk about Brandy versus Monica. Brandy versus Monica gave me all of the cringeworthy points that I thought I was going to get. People have a hard time watching cringe stuff. I low-key eat it up. I think it's great. I enjoyed it for a multitude of reasons. And to just comment on the fact that Brandy and Monica are not friends. Like, I don't know why. I don't know who's trying to sell us this. I don't know why we're still trying to push this narrative, but they're not friends. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with them not being friends. And really what it seemed like was Brandy. I am sweating. Oh my God. I feel like I smoked chicken in my apartment right now. Brandy was trying to give us the moment that we really wanted. She wanted to give us old school Brandy and Monica coming together, Boy Is Mine, duetting, singing together, hugs, kisses, smiles, very like reminiscent of the 90s, throwing you back into 1995 and baggy jeans and like braided bangs. Like, she wanted to give us that moment. Monica was there to promote her album. Brandy is a performer. Brandy wanted to put on a show. Monica showed up. And I'm not hating on Monica, because Monica just isn't extra. Monica just isn't someone that's going to like go out of, she doesn't seem that way. And to me, as someone that's going to go out of her way to make you feel welcomed or comfortable, she's just gonna show up as she is. You either fuck with her or you don't, and that's just kind of what it is. Whereas Brandy, and who does have more of a performative background with Moesha and just Cinderella, like all the stuff that she's done, even in her videos alone, like her visuals are just more artistic. I understood why Brandy was being just the fucking alien Aquarius that she is. There were so many moments that happened within the show that I just live for. Like when they were going back and forth about like, well, I was 10 when I wrote Sideline Hoe. Well, girl, I was 6 when I sang Have You Ever. Like when they were going back and forth, the very clear like competitive nature that exists between these two people, I live for. I just love other people's mess. And I was tweeting throughout this whole event, so follow me on Twitter if you want to. I subtweet pretty much every day. I'm not ashamed. I be subtweeting. Follow me on Instagram too, because I also like be playing in my wigs and stuff on Instagram. But one criticism of Brandy that I talked about on Twitter is just like, girl, take a compliment. She would hear the compliment and be like, oh, well, I don't sound like that anymore. Like, oh, I can't do that anymore. And my chops ain't quite. Like, girl, you are the vocal Bible. Accept it. That's who you are. Okay? Just take the damn compliment. Like, you are the Brandy. You are the girl. Like, I remember in the 90s sitting up in my room thinking about you. And, to hear Brandy like not take on these compliments from the songs that I'm super familiar with, that I love and still love to this day, because whenever I'm down, I call on you, my friend. Just to hear her talk about downplay herself and her music, it got on my nerves and I wasn't here for it. Also, every 17 minutes, Brandy would open up that damn journal talking about, I too know why the caged bird sings. You're going off script. Just stick to the verses. Angel in the sky, she was. That's what we want. That's what we're here for. Everyone's saying that Brandy won. I agree. I don't know. Y'all let me know who y'all think won. And this last story, predictable yet worth a drag. So here we go. Donald Trump is trying to cut or ban diversity training in government, the different departments. You red dye number 5, baby fingernail having bitch. Are you this protective of white people? Because the thing about racism is that, like, low-key it stems from y'all knowing that y'all trash. This is just giving me hard ER energy, and I am not, like I said, I'm not surprised by this. It's unoriginal at this point. Like, I've seen every act of racism. I've heard every thought. I've heard every justification. I've heard every theory. This just feels petty. Because anyone with common sense knows that diversity training is common sense training. Don't go up to Mr. Yang and ask him to do acrylics for you. Like, don't go up to DeMarcus and touch his hair, Bridget. Like, everyone knows that. Like, it's common sense. Like, diversity training isn't even really super necessary because either you're racist or you're not. A 3-minute video that is required for you to watch at the beginning of, the quarter is not going to change that. What we should do is have anti-racist training, because I actually feel like that would actually put the pressure on the actual infrastructure of a company. I will read you the memo. All agencies are directed to begin to identify all contracts and other agency spending related to any training on critical racist theory, white privilege, or any other training or propaganda efforts that teaches or suggests either that 1, the United States is an inherently racist or evil country, or that any race or ethnicity is inherently racist or evil. We are in the middle of a pandemic. That's your fault. Why it's so bad. Louisiana's fucked. The West Coast is on fire. Just everyone losing jobs, their homes. And you are so bored that you have found time in your day to draft this "Are you smarter than a 5th grader" ass memo about canceling diversity training? Chadwick didn't deserve it. It should have been you. I would just prefer to have my Black Panther back, my king back. Because, girl, you can deep throat a shotgun and die today. The myth and the delusion at the core of white supremacy, I will never be able to wrap my head around it at all. Be concerned with trying to get a curl to stay in your hair, okay? You do that. All right, y'all, that's this episode of Say What. I gotta let you know the Style channel is up. There's no videos yet, but I have content coming, I promise. Go ahead and subscribe if you would like. I would appreciate that. Expect videos the end of this month or the beginning of next month. Patreon, only $5 a month if you would like to support a local Black that you love on the internet. That's me. And you can love on me for only $5 a month. You get exclusive content. You get podcast episodes. You get deep ass posts when I'm in my feelings at 3 a.m. You get early access to things, all types of stuff on my Patreon. And then with the Style channel coming, there's going to be more that's going to be added to the Patreon as well. So if you got the bread to spend, here's a bird ready to eat it. Resources to learn or to help about the fires here. By the way, that gender reveal party that sparked the fire in California, I hope that you feel like shit. And I hope that your baby comes out to be a they, them. Because 1, they're sickening anyway. And number 2, your snicker booty diaper games weren't worth this. They weren't worth this. Angel in the sky she was, but somebody fell up until she broke it all that day. I'm getting evicted. Someone said I look like Miles from not Moesha bitch, from Spider-Man, and I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. This is perfect prank. I'm gonna give you a prank. I'm not a big prankster, but the perfect prank for you to do the next time Game of Thrones is on. I don't know if it's over or not yet, but if Game of Thrones ever comes back, next time you're around someone who loves Game of Thrones, walk up to them and be like, "Yo, you see that episode of Game of Thrones last night?" And they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, girl, yes!" Like when Odysseus and Khaleesi Clorox did that thing, and then the dragons and the eggs and then magic. And then they're going to be all excited and stuff. And they're going to be like, what did you think? Or like, what did you think when so-and-so did this? You're going to be like, I don't watch Game of Thrones. And then watch their whole world just crash in their eyes. It's the best. I don't do anything that's not. I don't do any drugs right now. Oh my God, I'm not doing any drugs right now. Wow. This is different. I'm saying any drugs, but I've only ever smoked marijuana. I don't do anything white.